Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I know we're not supposed to clap, but I'm going to clap. They're good. Yeah. Thank you. That was awesome. Okay. Roll call. I would like to say that Director Yankee is absent. The rest of us are present at the meeting. Mission and vision statement. Director Beck, would you please read the mission and vision statement?
Yes. Mission statement. The Davenport Community School District is dedicated to growing excellence in academics, the arts, and athletics for every child by ensuring the highest quality education in an environment shaped by our diverse community, preparing our students to be lifelong learners and productive citizens. Vision statement. Education that challenges conventional thinking, prepares all students to compete in a global society, and inspires our students, parents, staff, and community to answer the question, what if?
Thank you. Director Barnes, would you please read the guiding principles?
Guiding principles. Opportunity. We provide abundant opportunities to empower students to reach their full potential, academically, creatively, and socially. Collaboration. We foster an environment that allows students, families, and community stakeholders to come together for the betterment of our students' education and future. Transparency. We share relevant and important information with our students, families, and the community to maintain open and productive communication.
Thank you. Superintendent Schneckloff, would you please read the goal?
Tonight's focus is goal number 1, to enhance student learning or achievement. But I have to say that my learning has been enhanced because I didn't know the national anthem could sound that beautiful.
Thank you. I will turn this over to Superintendent Schneckloff.
Yes, tonight our leader of our fine arts programs, Rudy, is going to lead us through a wonderful program. As you see, I know many of our board members may have had a heart attack when they saw a 147 slideshow, but as you see, it's just going to roll through all of our schools and the wonderful things that are going on. So I'll turn it over to Rudy for this wonderful show and celebration of what's occurred this year. So Rudy, thank you so much for putting this together. And bringing some students forth to see some of the things that have been going on in our building. Thank you so much. And parents and guardians and students, thank you so much for spending your time and coming today. And educators that are with us, thank you so much for the wonderful work that you do all year long. Ms. Newkirk.
Thank you so much for having us. We couldn't possibly celebrate every single little thing that happens because there is a lot that goes on. So we just have a small snippet of some dancers and some singers and some students that are going to talk about really amazing experiences they had this year. And as TJ said, there's a slideshow that you can go through. It goes through every single school and the different programs and the pictures of the students. So please feel free to look at that when you have time, and it'll just be playing. We're going to start off tonight with some 8th graders from the CAA Sudlow dance program.
Okay, I'm Lindsay Kruger. I teach dance for the Creative Arts Academy. I'd like you to welcome our 8th grade CAA dancers, and due to a high number of unrelated injuries, On Thursday, we started working on this cup song. We also had a tap dancer who was going to join us and wasn't able to come. So we have 6th grade Marley, who's going to improv a little bit in front of you as well.
My ticket for the long way round, 2 bottles of whiskey for the way, and I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got my ticket for the long way round, the one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights to give you shivers, but it sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're sure gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Next, we have 3 high school students who are very, very involved in fine arts at Central, and they had some really amazing experiences that we're going to hear a little bit about. Cameron, Micah, Susie.
Okay, I think, oh, it's on. Hey, gang. Okay, cool. I'm Micah Roldan. I'm a senior at Davenport Central High School, like the rest of everybody, the 3 of us. Yeah, I just wanted to, we were called to talk about how important fine arts is to us, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I've been in the fine arts since I was 3 years old. Davenport Junior Theater is where I started. And then I went to the Creative Arts Academy for a year. It's such an important program. And so I was really thankful for that. But the attitude I came into Central with was one that I thought was very ambitious and very excited. The first fine arts experience I had was at CSI camp. I subbed for one of the upperclassmen and I fell in love with it. And so I involved myself in everything I could at Central and pertaining to the arts, except visual arts, because I'm not the best drawer. But fine arts at Central really gave me my friends, a space to grow, and a community. I was so thankful to have the resources to develop my skills and my friendships. Fantastic directors, practice rooms, pianos, and nice classrooms and educational classes to take. Central Fine Arts was kind of how I associated my identity for so long. I was a member of CSI before anything else. It was like the first thing in my Instagram bio. So it just meant the world to me to be a member of Fine Arts at Central. It made me feel like I belonged and I mattered. It was so important because it made me part of something bigger than myself. Some of my favorite memories at doing fine arts at Central was getting to do Les Mis, which was our district-wide musical, which was the coolest experience of my entire life. getting to lead that production was fantastic and super fun, especially at that scale. And then in concert band, we performed at the Midwest Clinic and the Percy Granger Festival in Chicago. Those were both fantastic experiences that I was so thankful for, really educational, and I learned a lot and got to bond with my classmates. The Triple Threat program at the Iowa High School Musical Theater Awards is something I was extremely gracious to attend. And all three of us will actually be attending that in a couple weeks. But it is the coolest thing. Thanks. It is the greatest honor to represent Davenport at that scale, at that level. So we're really thrilled about that. And then lastly, performing at the Show Choir Fame Orlando National Competition, where I was so honored to receive Best Soloist and also receive a group Grand Champion with everybody. That was the coolest thing ever, celebrating with my peers. It's something that we didn't really think we were capable of until that moment. So now, because of Fine Arts at Central and the help of my community and directors and peers, I've gotten to a couple institutions for musical theater, some of which being Boston Conservatory in Boston, the Chicago College of Performing Arts and Roosevelt University, and then where I have committed Rider University in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, to pursue a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Musical Theater. I would not have been able to do any of this without the education that I received from Davenport Central High School in the fine arts. I thank you all so much for funding Fine Arts at Central. It is so important to all of us, not just to those who make it their whole personality like me, but to all students. It is the biggest thing for my education. It's taught me how to be a person and a leader and a member of the community. So thank you for supporting fine arts and for continuing to do so.
I agree with everything that Micah said. First of all, I've also been involved in the arts since I was really little. I started with dance and then I moved into community theater, and it's just, I've always loved to perform, and Central grew that love even more. I was never very into choir until I entered high school. That was my first experience with choir, and just our directors, we are so lucky to have them. The program that we have, it's just truly grown me not only as a performer and an artist, but as a person. They teach us so many valuable things. It really goes to show that the arts and growing your talent is more than just a performance. It's growing you as a person, and it teaches you so many valuable lessons that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I'm going to Iowa to actually double major in public health and in theater arts, so I'm very excited to do that. And my choir directors definitely pushed me to add the double major in theater arts because I wasn't planning on to originally, but with the support of my parents and them, that really pushed me to do that because I can't imagine not performing. So that's what really taught me that, my experience here in the choir department. And on the theater side, I was so lucky to participate in the all-district musical Les Mis. That was so incredible to be in a production with students from all of the district. It was an absolutely beautiful opportunity, and we just finished Into the Woods, and I'm also so excited to go to Triple Threat and perform there. I just truly have the most beautiful memories in this program. My favorite memory has to be when we went from third place in the daytime round to winning grand champs in the nighttime. That was absolutely incredible, and just with the best group of people, most talented performers, and also the kindest people that you will ever meet. And so I thank you for supporting our program and the program across the district, and I'm so thankful to get to share some experiences with you.
Hi, I'm Cameron Shumford. Honestly, it's hard to say everything about just performing arts that means a lot to me. I actually started theater with Micah in 6th grade, and that was great, so I've known him for a long time. Performing arts has always been like a home for me, and it's always felt like a family and a place where I can always express myself. And one of my favorite memories of theater was doing a production called Hairspray, because that's a show that's just so diverse and that's so rare to see. And to work with so many people that look like me and think like me has been like, it's been like a blessing for me. And I don't want to say I built my whole life around this, but like now like I have like a family and a group of people that I know like the back of my hand. And it's like, I wouldn't trade that for the world. Another thing that I really liked about this year was the production Into the Woods, where I got one of my first main principal roles, which was really exciting for me. And now I get to go to Triple Threat, which is a new experience, and I'm super excited to do. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for everything you do for our school and our community, because it does not go we see what you guys are doing, and I appreciate that so much. After high school, I'm going to the University of Iowa, and I want to major in forensic accounting. And my minor is going to be musical theater, because I can't live without it. I need it in my life, bro. So yeah, I just love the performing arts so much, and thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
We are just going to do a really quick transition and move these tables before our next dance performance.
I'll take this red ribbon, stitch my heart together, it will heal, given time. It beats a strange rhythm, but I still go on living when I don't get it right. Don't beat myself about the things that didn't work out. Least I can say is that I tried. I'll take this red ribbon, stitch my heart together, and I know I'll be fine. Remember all of the pain, was it all too much? Remember falling apart every time we touch. Remember going insane, but I'll never give up. A heart that's been broken, a heart that's been red, red, ribbon, red, 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 ribbon, ribbon, red, red, red. I'll take this lead pencil, make a different picture, and I'll draw in a smile. I'll take these sharp scissors, got a new heart out of paper, you know I'll make it mine. Don't beat myself about the things that didn't work out. Least I can say is that I tried. I'll take this red ribbon, lie it on the pavement, and I won't cross that line. Remember all of the pain, was it all too much? Remember falling apart every time we touch. Remember going insane, but I'll never give up. A heart that's been broken, a heart that's been loved. Ribbon, red, 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 red. A heart that's been broken, a heart that's been loved. Ribbon, red, 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 red. Ribbon, red, 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 red.
Next, we have some of our Creative Arts Academy Sudlow students talking about their media arts work, and they are going to show you a little bit of their work that they've done this year.
Wonderful. I'm Colleen Tomlinson. I'm the media arts teacher at Sudlow in the Creative Arts Academy. We're very thankful to be here. The arts position in the school curriculum symbolizes to our students that adults believe it's important. So it's very much in our school culture here. Our students will be sharing their pollinator collaboration that took place this year with the Putnam Museum and Science Center. All of our CAA divisions investigated Iowa pollinators and beneficial insects. They demonstrated their learning through their art form, either creating dances with a large-scale puppet, theater performances, songs, paintings, and our 3D printed pollinators on digital backgrounds. And you can turn them around if you want. Yeah. And then you can rotate even. Through external research, students learned why pollinators are essential to our well-being. They chose one pollinator that they found interesting, created sketches. Students translated their sketches into a 3D design using a 3D rendering program called Tinkercad. The pollinators were printed using a 3D printer and biodegradable gold filament. Parallel to their research, students learned that small differences can have a big impact on their 3D printed sculptures. They learned how to work with various OBJ and STL files, how to prepare the files for printing through slicing their plate and exporting a G-code to file to take to the printer. Students later created a digital work with the plant and that the pollinator would be visiting. They used Adobe Illustrator to create their designs. These two works were then combined, and this project enabled students to think through and within two different technologies. And through the choices that they employed in these digital tools, they were able to make their ideas come real. So I welcome our 6th grade media arts students here. This is Zyler, Nora, Ella, and Victoria to share their ideas and what they got from their artwork. So I'll hold this for you while you go ahead, and you're right there, Zyler.
Okay. My name is Zyler, and I focused on the minute pirate bug to make my artwork. Its name was interesting. Pollinators are declining because of diseases. They are important because they make tasty honey. I will help by planting flowers for the pollinators. When I designed the bug, the legs were the most challenging part because they were hard to move on the body. The body was my favorite part of my pollinator because I had fun adding the details onto the body.
I chose bumblebees to make a work of art about. One thing I found interesting about bumblebees is that bumblebees are social bees. Pollinator populations are declining because of habitat loss and chemical pollution. Pollinators are important because then we have food and pretty smells. To help pollinators, I'm going to plant flowers in my family's garden that bees and butterflies, or just any bug likes in general. Making the background was the hardest to make because it was difficult to find a flower that I could reference. Then it was hard to make sure there were no spots where you could see the background in the flower. My favorite part about making the artwork was making the bumblebees in Tinkercad because I had never used Tinkercad before, and it was fun to use.
Take your artwork.
I chose a ladybug, which is a beneficial insect. Ladybugs are really interesting because male ladybugs are still called ladybugs and not man-bugs. Pollinator populations are declining because of habitat loss, pesticides exposure, climate change, diseases, and parasites. Pollinators will provide most of our foods. I'm going to help by trying not to kill pollinators when I see them, even if they scare me. My biggest challenge is trying to understand Tinkercad. My favorite part was learning how to use Tinkercad so I can make things for my 3D printer.
I chose fritillary butterflies because the wings were interesting and I think they look cool and unique. Pollen for populations is dropping because the natural areas they need for food and shelter are being replaced by cities and large farms. Many farmers use pesticides that can accidentally poison these helpful insects or make them too confused to find their way home. Climate change is also a major problem as it causes flowers to bloom at the wrong time, leaving pollinators without enough to eat. Additionally, new diseases and tiny parasites like the baramites are spreading quickly and weakening entire colonies. Pollinators are vital because they help grow about 1/3 of the food we eat, including favorite treats like chocolate, berries, and nuts. They also help wild plants reduce, which keep our environment healthy by protecting the air we breathe and soil we use. Without these creatures, our grocery stores would have much less variety, and the healthy foods we need would become very expensive and hard to find. To help Iowa pollinators, I can grow native flowers like milkweed and coneflowers and put out a shallow dish water with pebbles so they have a safe place to drink. I will stop using bug spray in the yard and leave some messy areas with leaves or old stems where they can sleep or hide during the winter. I can also join the Iowa Bumblebee Atlas to help scientists track and protect the different bees living in our state. My biggest challenge had to be figuring out how to work the Tinkercad platform because this is a new app. I have never used it before. My favorite part had to be seeing the finished product, seeing all the hard work I put in paid off.
Next up, Wrigley's going to come up one more time and she's going to sing from their musical Into the Woods.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, who cares? This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while we're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stake out a contract while it's mine to choose? Then what if he knew who you were and you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And what if you had a frenzied vision? How can you know when you are too young? You want what you want, so then what do you do? You're side by side, tell yourself what really things wrong. Where everyone's right and you know that you never belong. Which arrow you pick, do it quick, 'cause there's no need to stare to the steps of the palace. What's your first big decision? The choice isn't easy to make. Turn my mind boys, you said that you might turn the old scary. And it's undeceiving, you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, and you've stalled long enough, 'cause you're still sitting stuck in the stuff on the steps. Better run along and avoid the collision. Even though they don't carry me better off you. There's nothing to chase, so there's nothing to lose. So you put on your shoes. I'm the Davenport. You know what your decision is, which is not to decide. Or just leave him a clue. For example, a shoe. And then see what he'll do. Now it's he and not you who is stuck with a shoe in a stew, in the goo. And you've learned something too, something you never knew. On the steps of the palace.
We just have a few more students that are going to come up and share some of their artwork.
Wow, it's a big one. All right, do you want to hold this, AJ?
Yeah.
All right, so I am Heidi Hernandez, and I teach visual arts at the Creative Arts Academy. And I just want to highlight a couple of the collaborations we do in the community. We do one with the Jewish Federation. We do the Meyer and Francis Schumer Holocaust Art Contest. Students utilize art to further explore and reflect on the events of the Holocaust in conjunction with the language arts curriculum. They read the Diary of Anne Frank in 8th grade, and in our project, we are given names of children, and the students look on a website called the Museum of Tolerance to see the story of their children, whether they survived or where they were from, what their story was. So AJ would like to tell you a little bit about his. Yeah, hold it.
So when we first started,
we had to find our person. And so my person was I'm looking for his name. Nathan Abbey. And so basically, we had to find our person, and then we had to plan it out in packets. And so when we did our packets, I kind of planned out, I had a couple ideas, and then I chose my fine idea. And then I started on paper, we sketched it out, and then we started with tissue paper. And then what I used, it was a type of glue. And so I would put the glue on and then put the tissue paper on the thing. And then after that, I just did a couple layers of that, just like the background, like the buildings, kind of my person, just like a yellow. And then we used fabric as like the kind of the blue sky. You can kind of tell like the blue fabric. And it was pretty exciting, pretty fun doing it. After that, we kind of worked on the oil pastel with the person, and the person was pretty fun. It was kind of challenging though, as you can tell. But then after that, it was pretty cool. I'll read my art statement. This work is from a Holocaust. His name is Nathan Abbey. He was born in 1924. His dad owned a store. Nathan had two sisters and had one younger brother. They were forced to relocate to the ghetto because he was Jewish. In the ghetto, there was a lot of sickness, little food, and little medicine. The Germans killed people every day. Nathan was shot to death at the time of 16 by a German soldier. I drew the child using tissue paper that is yellow and with the oil pastels to cover the tissue paper. I used blue, browns, whites, and other colors. To convey the story of the child, I included the bridge that connects the past to the tragic future. Thank you so much.
All right. So another really cool thing about his prize was he was competing against 7th through 12th graders, and he won a $500 prize from the Jewish Federation. So. The second project I wanted to highlight was one we do with the First Presbyterian Church. Every year they come up with a theme, and we work together with 6th graders, media arts and visual arts, work together to create artworks dealing with the theme. This year's theme was peace, and we had students highlight people in their lives that they felt represented peace. They created oil pastel portraits that were displayed at the church. The church gave them a really nice gallery opening with music and hors d'oeuvres. It was really fancy and nice. Awards were also given based on the quality of the work as well as their written reflections. A 6th grader, Emily Reyes, won first place. She was unable to attend, but I can show you her piece. It was of Muhammad Ali. Whoa, and she really liked his really short poem, The Wee Me, and she thought that, reflecting on the community versus the single human, she thought that was really powerful. So she decided to do Muhammad Ali. We have Evie here that's going to tell you about her poem she wrote. And she did this while she was in media arts class. So I can hold this up.
My name is Evie Ackerman, and while I was in media arts, I switched to visual arts because I like to paint a lot. I'm gonna recite my poem because some people might not have the chance to read it on my portrait. I am justice and love. I wonder what my hidden talents are. I hear birds. I see art. I want to learn new things. I am justice and love. I pretend to be a baker. I feel warm and cozy. I touch grass. I worry that I will fail, that I will try to fix something and just seem annoying, that I might accidentally cause drama and pit people against each other. I cry when I watch the Barbie movie. I also cry when I'm scared for something or somebody or just me. I'm justice and love. I understand that everybody should have food. I say everyone deserves respect unless they have said horrible, horrible things. I dream of a world where everyone gets treated fairly. I try to be good at math. I hope that when I am an adult, there will be more peace than there is now. I am justice and love. I use justice and love as my principles of peace. To me, peace means everyone being kind to each other. Some peaceful people in my life are my mom and my dad, and just my whole family. We need to be taught that everyone should be respectful to others, and we are, but sometimes it doesn't go through enough. I'm proud of our school doing those things. I can build peace by just advocating for others. I made my artwork on Photoshop using photos of myself. It was hard to find good placing for the photos, but then I found the perfect spots. I thought it was rewarding to learn about peace more and just to make the poem in general. And it was, and I really liked being in media arts, and I'm glad I was in it. But I thought visual arts would be a nice switch because I love to paint, and it was really frustrating to me. But yeah, it's just hard for me to learn that stuff. And I want to thank the just Sudlow in general because for like having that opportunity for me to be in the Creative Arts Academy and to do art as like something I can do until high school and after that because learning about it. So I just want to thank my school and my teachers. Thank you for listening.
And I also wanted to thank you for supporting our programming. The Fine Arts project-based learning opportunities reinforce like what the arts are about. When we're able to bring this out into the community, it's so powerful. So I really am grateful for being part of the Creative Arts Academy and being able to collaborate with community partnerships. So thank you.
And for the finale tonight, Kirsten Trong is a senior at West High School, and he really wanted to be here. Unfortunately, he couldn't be, so he recorded a little video for us to watch to close out.
I'm a senior at Davenport West High School. Throughout my 4 years at West, I have been involved in theater, band, and choir. Recently, I have been fortunate enough to be named a John Deere Scholar, for which I'm extremely grateful. One of the single most impactful musical moments of my life was All-State Show Choir. In May of 2025, I was nominated by my director, Mrs. Engels, for the Iowa All-State Show Choir and was accepted. I spent 3 days working with industry professionals in which accumulated to a concert for the Iowa Choral Directors Association. I attribute my ability to interview well and therefore be honored with the John Deere Scholarship because of my involvement with music. It has given me the confidence in myself to convey my thoughts clearly and articulately, which is evident with my acceptance into the Iowa All-State Show Choir. I am very grateful for what Music at West and Iowa All-State Show Choir gave me going to my senior year, as well as other musical opportunities. I would truly take my time at West and the music department with me to the University of Iowa.
One last time, thank you so much for having us here.
One, two, three.
Well, I wanted to say something before they left, but you know what? That's okay. Whatever.
They stopped.
Okay. Well, I have been in the Creative Arts Academy. I was in visual arts from 6th grade, and I'm still in visual arts up to high school. And it is really something that is so beneficial when you stick with it. I know we heard a lot from the performing arts students, but as like a visual arts student, I also have found it very beneficial. It has helped me with my public speaking skills, and honestly, uh, my like order of operations kind of thing, like it's completely changed my life, and I'm so glad I've stuck with it. So tell all your students to stick with it because it is so worth it. And it was so cool seeing a program that I was in middle school still kicking, and I really hope that it just continues to grow and be awesome, because the Creative Arts Academy is so important for students and their growth. So thank you. But also, now onto like the serious-ish stuff. I don't know. I did get a chance to tour Sudlow with the school board. The new Sudlow. I've been in the old Sudlow, trust me. Um, but I did get a chance to tour the new Sudlow, and that's another really cool thing that we're bringing for those students. If I had had those opportunities, if I had had that opportunity to be in such a amazing looking facility, like shout out to the architect, because oh my gosh, it is going to be so beautiful, and it just gives students the space they need. And I liked the High School Musical reference with the Grand Hall. I thought that was fun. Yeah. Then in Davenport Central news, Sloan Moeller had got her 100 career goals for soccer, which is really, really cool. I don't think that's been done in history for a while, at least. I'm not a big sports guy, but that is super awesome. It's like I'm really proud of my artwork, and then she has like this super amazing, crazy milestone with soccer, and like everyone at the school just keeps doing amazing things every day. And then I believe maybe it was last week, but the J.P. Whitaker Scholarship is a new scholarship for Davenport Central students who are involved in the fine arts. I was honored to be a recipient of that. We had a ceremony last week, I believe, and that's another really cool opportunity for seniors that will hopefully be there years later. And then also, we all just came from the Davenport Schools Foundation scholarship ceremony, but it was really cool to see all my peers getting recognized for their hard work and their good deeds and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's it.
Thank you. And I think this is their last meeting, right? Student board members? Well, you can come next time if you want, but we're kind of giving you an out. But we appreciate you coming here. You were very faithful about showing up and letting us know what's going on out there. And you had good questions all the time. So thank you. Okay, next up are board reports. Anybody? Okay. We have no open forums. Next up is consent agenda.
Madam President,
Director Hayes.
I move the board accept the consent agenda as written.
Could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Anybody have questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, our committee reports. Breaking barriers.
The committee met on Friday and discussed some information. The city of Davenport will be offering the kids passes, which are good from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and they're $50 through the city if anyone chooses to get those. There will also be a fair on May 26th in the gym here, and back to school physicals. There were assortment of things discussed, all that benefits the children and the community. So we'll give more information on that as it comes. We decided in the summer months we would only meet once in July and once in June, and then we would go back to regular sessions in August.
Thank you. Legislative advocacy. Not. No. Elziak.
We will not be meeting until next year, I believe.
You mean August, not 2027, right? Okay.
Sorry, next academic year, so in August.
Thank you.
Of 2026.
Long-range facility planning.
We met this last Friday morning. We discussed several things. We're anticipating end of the summer having bids for the roof repairs on JB Young in conjunction with the remodeling for the preschool that'll be taking place. Expect move-in for students at Sudlow in over Christmas of next year. For basically January 1, they'll be in the new building. And that'll end that phase of the Sudlow project, and then we'll start the second phase, which is the demo of the venerable, lovely old building.
But
And then
also the
construction
Creative
of
Arts
gymnasium.
Creative Arts Academy will be done then at that second phase, correct?
Yes. Without the destruction of any trees. JB Young, SMART expected completion of the entire SMART project May of 2027. That'll be the new building and the demo and the reconfiguration of the property. If you've been down there, you know there's a large, incredibly large pile of dirt that'll be redistributed. North High School, the first phase of that project should be done, and they'll move in beginning of this next school year. And then in August, we should be looking at accepting bids for the second phase of that project, which includes the CTE remodeling and expansion and various other smaller projects.
Thank you. Policy, we will meet in June. Recognition, we meet on Wednesday. Finance. Nope. Breaking barriers. Oh, wait, it just got redone. Okay, got all that. Now, items requiring action. Could I have a motion on North High new athletic auxiliary new weight room floor project?
Madam President.
Director Beck.
Sorry, my page is here. Sorry. I move the board award the North High New Athletics Auxiliary Weight Room Floor Project to the lowest responsive bidder, SPEC Athletic, in the amount of $113,680.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? I have a question. What's the floor? Is it hardwood floor, tile, ceramic?
It's like a thick rubber floor with decals and logos on it.
Oh, got it. Okay. Director Beck.
And this is part of the original project plan.
It's part of us moving into the new space. Yep.
Any other? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. May I have a motion on the demolition of the Armory House and Barn project?
Madam President,
Director Potts.
I move the board award the demolition of the Armory House and Barn project to the lowest responsive bidder, McCarthy Creek Construction, in the amount of $129,900.
Could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions? Director Beck.
I seem to remember someone coming to us talking about the fact that the barn is one of the only examples of that type of structure in Iowa. Have we investigated that? Have we made any effort to make sure that we are not just tearing down a piece of history?
I have not looked into exactly if it's the only one anywhere, but we have had people come in and do historical documentation of the building.
So the whole thing's been documented?
They've been taking pictures and going inside, things like that.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know who this would go through, the Iowa State Historical Society or something, but I would just request that we double check that it's been documented adequately before any demolition occurs. I don't know if that's possible. If it's not, fine, but
I'll see what data I can share with you guys that what we've documented.
okay, thank you.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
I'm going to vote no just because I'm not comfortable with this.
Thank you. Next up, Bray Architects for JB Young Children's Village renovation project. May I have a motion?
Madam President,
Director Hayes.
I move the board approve the Bray Architects contract for the JB Young Children's Village renovation project for $660,000.
Could I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any questions? Director Beck.
I know that this is part of our bigger picture plans. I was wondering if we've had any press releases or anything about it. I've seen a few things popping up on social media here and there. People don't understand that this is not just taking all the preschools and stuffing them into one building or, redoing something we've done in the past. And then that actually applies to a lot of the projects we've been working on lately. So I'm just wondering if there have been some press releases sent out to local news channels or the paper just to make sure that people understand that this isn't just a random act of moving things and that we have a very long, well thought out plan that this is part of.
We can definitely do that.
Anybody else? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, award of North New Athletics Communication Infrastructure Project. May I have a motion?
Sure.
Director Poston.
Move the board award the North New Athletics Communication Infrastructure Project to the lowest responsive bidder, Reed Construction, in the amount of $409,300.
Could I have a second?
Second.
Director Hayes. Are there any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, Juvenile Court School Liaison Contract for FY27. May I have a motion? Director Hayes.
I move the board approve the contract for the fiscal year 26-27 in the amount of $175,000.
Could I have a second?
Second.
Director Potts seconded. Any questions or comments about this? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Amendment to the superintendent's employment agreement.
Madam President,
Director Poston.
move the board approve a wage increase of 2.8% for the superintendent for 7/1/26 to 6/30/27.
Second.
Sorry, I gotta write this one out. Okay, any questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Superintendent's report.
None at this time.
Administrative report.
None at this time.
Board requests. Board reflections. Director Yankee, I understand that you joined us online. Oh, nope. Okay, thank you. Well, we'll start with Carlin.
Well, I thought I had one more meeting left, but I guess not. So.
Well, we'll let you come.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Do I get to keep this? Yes. Okay, that's all I wanted, honestly. I like a lot of people were asking me like, "Oh, do you think we get chords?" I don't know. I want this. So that's great. But
Have your mom tell you director now?
yes, and it will be soon. It will be soon. Um, oh, that just made my night actually. But yeah, I don't know. Like again, I think I already kind of had a reflection at the beginning, just because before student board reports, it was the fine arts like showcase. But it's just really amazing that I've been a part of this district for a long time, and it's really an honor to be part of a district that values its arts, because I know people like I'm going to an international school, and a lot of those schools like they don't value the arts, and I'm talking about like marching band and like my fine arts and stuff, and they're like, that's so cool, like I wish my school had that when I was growing up. And it's just such a privilege, honestly, and I'm glad that we have a school board that pushes for that. And I'd like to thank every one of you for like not being mean. I like I know I don't know, like it's kind of when Ellinger first talked to me and was like, hey, you can be on the school board, I'm like, that's awesome. I don't want them to be mean to me because I do talk a lot. And I um but you guys have been really welcoming and helpful with learning how board meetings work, how like wages work with teachers, how it's been a really cool experience seeing like the inner workings of a school district and seeing something on an administrative like scale. um, and I've just really enjoyed my time on the school board, and I know I haven't been able to make every meeting, but every meeting that I've made I haven't like hated it. And like I'm just really grateful for this opportunity. And yeah, but thank you guys so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. Dr. Barnes.
Well, Carlin made my night. I mean, Bragg made all of our nights. Said we're not mean.
Not mean.
That's just a really brief reflection on the program tonight. I think sometimes not only we but other members of our community think of the fine arts as an extracurricular activity. And tonight reminded me how essential it is not only to our school district and to learning, but to life in general. And I don't think we should ever lose sight of that. We had students who talked about that's where they felt their greatest sense of belonging. We clearly witnessed that our students are learning about really difficult subjects through art. The Holocaust, conscientious objectors, the decline of pollinators, free expression. The arts are essential and not extra. And tonight was a perfect reminder of that, where we see across our country a diminution of funding for the arts. I'm really proud of what this school district does, and I'm glad that we hold this night up to be able to celebrate the arts, because they are not extra. They are essential to learning.
Director Potts.
Yeah, we need to remember it is in the fine and performing arts where students can both individually excel and learn how to work cooperatively together, whether it's in a marching band, a show choir, a play. It leaves. That's one of the not only but primary experiences where huge numbers of our students create those relationships, learn those habits, learn those skills, and those experiences leave an indelible fingerprint on them for the rest of their lives. Yeah, and that doesn't happen in algebra class. It does. It just doesn't. It happens in the fine and performing arts, and on the athletic field. And we know there's a heck of a lot more kids in the fine and performing arts than we have on any athletic field, just because we only got one football team at the high school. We got numbers of choirs and bands and orchestras and art clubs. It's the bread and butter of our school district, and it is the honey that our kids leave with.
Director Poston.
Well, these two guys to my left, couldn't say it any better as far as the fine arts. And the one thing that I really like about the fine arts is I believe it gets more kids involved. I think it brings a lot of kids out of their shell, and just the participation and making new friends. And then I'd also like to comment about the scholarship program that went on ahead of the meeting. Again, it was like $177,000 to like 59 recipients. And so kudos to the Davenport Schools Foundation and all their support, all the board members, and I can't imagine the scholarship committee, what the time that's involved in selecting these scholarship winners. And so thank you to them also.
Director Hayes.
The fine arts presentation, by far, the first duet that sang, excuse me, the national anthem was unbelievable. And then when the young lady sang alone, it's like she should be on like a Rodgers and Hammerstein singing for something. I mean, just the professionalism of them. And, you know, you hear all of the negativity going on within the district, but then to see performances like this, it's like Davenport schools are really doing something for these kids and they enjoy it.
Director Beck.
First of all, Colin, thank you for saying that I'm not mean. I'm going to tell Sam that later. Really, that's the only reason I'm not mean to you. No, I'm just kidding. But you've been an incredible student board member. We really appreciate, I think I speak for all of us, your comments and questions and your input. Keep speaking up. Then, of course, the performing arts or fine arts presentation is like the highlight of my year. As Director Potts said, this is an opportunity for lots of kids to participate and find their place. And for some kids, that's sports, but as he said, there are fewer slots there. But the fine arts, we have anybody can take an art class, anybody can learn how to paint, anybody can learn how to sculpt. One of the things I'm most incredibly proud of is the Creative Arts Academy, and I hope that we continue to support it at the level that we are. I know we're building them some space in Sudlow, and I think that's going to be a fantastic addition, and give them some much needed equipment that they for their performances and their activities. I can't say enough good things about the Creative Arts Academy. As someone with a child who really found his people there, he really fit into middle school, and it was a lot less traumatic, I think, for me as a parent, because he was in the Creative Arts Academy and he had a group of kids who were all into kind of the same things. And he's still friends with almost all of them. He's not doing Creative Arts Academy now, but he still has those friendships, right? The other thing I'm so impressed with, and I wish I had the experience of, is our music program. Having kids exposed to orchestra and band instruments in elementary school. The high school students are playing at such a high level, and most of them started at their elementary school. It wasn't that their parents sent them to do lessons outside of school. They took those lessons in school, and I think that is something that they will always have. And I also hope we continue to support that. I mean, it's just incredible how amazing our orchestras, bands, marching bands are. And the vast majority of those kids didn't start playing an instrument till they reached 4th or 5th grade in the schools. So that's it.
Superintendent.
I echo a lot of what has been said, but I think what is really special about the programs that were shared tonight is the hard work that goes into it. I mean, you want to talk about going to school and then putting in 30 hours a week just during the week to get a show ready. Hard work always works. That's one of my favorite sayings. And I think the students really learn a super valuable lesson about hard work, let alone excellence. I mean, we saw examples of just pure excellence. I thought I was transformed into a Disney movie listening to a princess sing right over here. That was just exceptional. And so incredibly proud of that. Also, Carlin, you have more personality in the tip of your finger than most people are walking around in a lifetime. And I hope that you continue to use that to benefit you for the rest of your life. It's your superpower. It draws people towards you. And I'm incredibly proud that you were a part of our board. And we're going to be watching you. It's awesome to see where our students go. So thank you for your service, Darling.
I did watch all 135 slides. Apparently, I had nothing to do one afternoon. But anyway, it's cool to see at the elementary level the focus we put on the fine arts, music, art, band, orchestra. I taught in the elementary. I've heard hot cross buns many times at the elementary school. But then to see when they get into junior high and high school, we do a great job on our fine arts all the way through. Carlin, awesome. You always made me laugh, put a smile on my face. You had great questions when we were talking about something, our input. I really appreciate you being on the student board. And I'm excited that we have started the ball rolling on the preschool renovations at JB. If the HVAC would kind of come upstairs, that wouldn't hurt my feelings any, but definitely downstairs it's needed. And that's exciting that we are looking from preschool to seniors, always in our view. And with that being said, don't want me to hit it hard. Director Potts.
Yeah. I move we adjourn.
Could I have a second? It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Meeting adjourned.